So a couple months ago, you were like still on the fence a little bit of like fully going in, like certain things, like you would say like modesty and stuff like that. You're like, mew. What changed?
I started going to confession consistently, like
As in
every week. And I truly believe that's what it was. Well, okay, first I led a retreat, and the retreat person was like, you should go to confession before the retreat. I was like, okay. And that really changed just because I believe that I received like a lot of sacramental graces, like what like God poured out a lot of love to me that I wasn't able to receive without having that part of my heart opened.
With like modesty, for example, do you feel like you are viewed differently, like when you walk down the street, or have you, I guess, has that been something that you've thought about, or do you even feel different? Because as an outsider, like in just that area, like I have noticed a difference with you.
Thank you. Yeah, that was kind of like the last like thing for me that kind of got on board, and not because I guess I was resistant to it, just because I didn't like think about it fully, and I didn't think about it fully because I like chose not to think about it fully. So that was where my sin was, is that I chose not to think about it. Once I thought about it fully, I was like, yeah, this kind of makes sense to cover myself up a little bit more and protect myself and those around me. Also, like candidly, I put myself a lot less in situations where immodesty is kind of the norm. Although that's not necessarily true, but like I don't go out as much as often, for example, where it's like crop tops are the thing, and those were hard to say goodbye to. Like it was hard for me to like throw those out, crop tops, I mean. And yeah, I just put myself less, and I don't put myself in those situations less because I don't have things to wear now. Like it's kind of like a lifestyle change, and not that going out is bad or whatever, but I don't want to put myself in situations where I feel like I'm comparing. I don't want to like be in a situation where my outfit isn't going to be,
the most like the cutest, or like the most like appealing to a guy, or like whatever. Or
I also just have like I've started living with greater intention, like because a lot of the stuff that I was doing that was sinful even after my reversion was just like lack of intention. It was just, I just did it, you know what I mean? Like I just still like drank underage just because I just did it. Like I still, you know, dressed immodestly because I just did it. I didn't think about it. Like after living with intention, because that's what like I feel like we're all called to do, be more intentional, I kind of started to realize the negative things that come from dressing immodestly, like seeing myself as like trying for something, you know? I started being modest before, like, or dressing more modestly before I was like fully gung-ho about being modest. And it was purely from the fact that I was like disciplined enough to be like, no, I know the women in my life who are true virtuous women, and I know like logically I know what's modest and immodest. Why? So I'm gonna choose the modest thing even though I'm not like fully on board about it, because I hear that it's good for me, you know, and and I know that it's what like God wants for me. I don't really know why. I don't really feel like that's the case necessarily yet. I don't fully understand it, but I'm gonna do it.
Sure.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna be obedient. I have pictured myself since then, like, I know where my like value lies,